Hello everyone, Lawrence here from Unicorn Reviews. Now, as more and more phones are dropping the headphone jack, I decided it was time to finally have a look at another wireless headphone. So in this little fake carbon fiber box here, I have the Noontec HAMMO wireless. It's their top of the range professional monitoring wireless headphone. So in this box you obviously get the headphones themselves, along with a 1.2 meter long aux cable. This one is what you use when your phone is in your pocket. There's an auxiliary to USB 2.0 cable, which is for charging this device. More about battery life later. There's a 3 meter long cable, which you can use when you hook it up to a computer for, studio use. Noontec is even kind enough to include one of these, so you can hook it up to one of those old fat aux cables. Now, as usual, let's start with the physical overview. As you can see, it's an over-ear headphone. It has a fake leather, so let's just call it pleather for the rest of the review. Pleather ear cups and a pleather headband. It's very soft. The foam is not memory foam though, but it's soft, it's comfortable, and the cups are deep enough. But I would like them slightly larger because they don't cover my entire ear, as I personally prefer. I don't really like anything to be on my ear itself. There's absolutely nothing going on the right ear cup. On the left ear cup you get the auxiliary input along with 3 buttons.
Power on. Your headphone is connected. Power off. Your headphone is disconnected.
The top one is for power, so you press that for 3 seconds to power it on or power it off, and then below that are 2 volume buttons. You can also long press, so 2-second press these volume buttons to skip between songs. If you press both of them at the same time for 3 seconds, it will disconnect from your current Bluetooth device, so you can pair it with a new Bluetooth device. What personally bothers me a little bit is that you can only pair it to one Bluetooth device at the same time. So when I hook these up to my phone, I can't just press a single button to then switch to my laptop, for example. This is a bit of a shame because devices like my Logitech MX Master mouse, which are half the price, can actually swap between 3 devices. Super easy. So I would really just recommend Noontec to include a feature like that. Also on the left side, but really hard to see, is this little NFC tag right here. So if your phone has NFC, you can just touch it to pair, which is a really handy feature. Now, the HAMMO Wireless has Votric drivers. These are a rather popular 50mm neodymium driver. So about sound quality then, it's quite good. Now, they promise unmatched sound and comfort and all those things. I'll talk about comfort later. I like the sound. It's a very nice and flat curve, so you can easily apply an equalizer afterwards if you need a bit more bass or if you need a bit more treble. The sound quality is good, but what bothers me is when you're using it over Bluetooth, it uses the aptX codec, and Noontec promises just lossless quality. But what I've noticed is that it will cut out sometimes. When the phone is very close to you, it's not a problem, but if you go past 2 meters away from your device, the sound can start to cut out. And this is really a problem if you use it with a smart TV, for example, and you're using it that way. It's a bit annoying that the sound cuts out. What it also sometimes does is it'll just say disconnected in the middle of a song, and then it will just keep on playing. So it's not really disconnected. So again, that's just the connection cutting out for a very short period. Moving on to comfort then. Now, I've already said in previous headphone reviews that I'm not the biggest fan of pleather ear cups, but they do provide a decent isolation from outside noise. It also keeps the noise inside of the headphones so that people next to you don't hear as much. But this noise isolation isn't too good either, so you can still hear some stuff that's going on. If I put them on right now, for example, I can still hear myself talk, I can still hear what's going on in the room, which is handy when you just need to talk to someone real quick, but it can be a bit annoying because you can't put these on very loud without people next to you or a little distance away from you hearing what you're listening to. The HAMMO Wireless uses the conventional headband design that just slides. There are clicks on it. There are also marks on it so you can know what setting you need them to be at. And then that's all the adjustability there is. Clamping force is very light. You hardly notice that they're on your head at all. They're also, in general, very light, although the side with the buttons on is ever so slightly heavier than the other side. Now, if being a wireless studio monitoring headphone for professionals wasn't enough, it's also portable. So you just saw me take it out of this little carrying cage right here, and you can click in the ear cups. And I like the way Noontec has done this a lot, because no matter what setting they're on, if they're fully extended or at their shortest setting, because the extension does not come from the band itself, but it's actually extending from the ear cup, it will always fit in the carrying case. Now on the product page, Noontec also mentions unmatched build quality. Now, while I'm very happy with comfort and sound quality, build quality is great for the box and the little case that comes with it to carry it, but the headphone itself is quite plasticky. And you can also hear that when you move the ear cups around, because they do move around in many directions, it's just hard plastic on hard plastic. So when you're walking with these on your head and your sound is quite low, you can actually hear the plastics creak a little bit or touch because the headphone's moving around on top of your head because the clamping force is so light. So build quality is good. I don't think they'll ever break it. They're also quite flexible, though not anywhere near as flexible as the Astro headset that I tested before, but it's not perfect, and I don't think they can call it unmatched because many headphones have better build quality than this one. So in a vacuum, these would be great headphones. Actually, no, in a vacuum these would be rubbish because you can't have sound in a vacuum, but you get the expression here. If there were no other €150 Bluetooth headphones on the market, it would be a solid offering. However, there's a lot of competition, so why would anyone buy these then? Well, there's a final thing that I haven't really talked about yet, and that's the battery life. The battery life is insane. Now, I've received these from Noontec 2 weeks ago, and I have not charged them once. Noontec promises 50 hours of battery life, and I'm going to take their word for it because I wear these for at least 4 hours a day when commuting all the way to school and then back, and then I wear them when I'm behind the computer and stuff. So battery life is outstanding. It's the best battery life that I've ever seen with wireless headphones. So for a conclusion then on the Noontec HAMMO wireless. I personally really like them. The sound quality is great, no matter if you're using it with Bluetooth or with a cable. Both are great options. You don't really notice any sound quality difference. There's a little bit of a dropout with my unit sometimes over Bluetooth, and range isn't all that great. They're quite comfortable, they won't fall off of your head, and they're easy to carry around, and you can have this little case to make sure they don't break or get dirty. However, there are a lot of competing products, especially at this price point. So if this headphone was €100, I would recommend it to just about anyone. However, at €150, the competition is insane, and I will link some competition in the description below. I'll also link where you can buy this one on Amazon. Also, if you want this one, but you don't want to actually buy it, my Christmas giveaway may still be open because I'm giving away one of these. So guys, if you like this video, please press that like button, hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon, or you still won't get a notification whenever I upload a video. If you have a question, that's what the comments area is there for. And if you want more frequent updates, there's of course the Instagram page, also linked in the description below, as well as up here, where I'll also put the Patreons, because this would not be possible without the awesome people on Patreon. For now though, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.